Hey, what's up? This video is going to be about tempo and breathing. Tempo, by tempo, I mean, I wouldn't know the true definition of it, but we can surely explain it. Tempo is just the pace at which you actually, go through the concentric and the eccentric part of the movement, which is, taking it up or taking it down in the sense of maybe a bicycle, but, to and fro, so to speak. If you want to, think of it in like a destination kind of idea. Um, but yeah, tempo is something that's easily overlooked when you're going through a particular exercise. Um, Let me think of an exercise I can think of. Okay, no, I thought about bicep curls, so let me just go with that. Why not? Bicep curls, tempo. I think a lot of people focus only on the concentric part of the movement. Concentric means concentric, you're squeezing the muscle, contracting, and don't think anything of the actual eccentric, which is, I think, if anything, it's more important, maybe slightly more important than the concentric phase, because that's where um, you actually, it's almost like a, how do I put this now? You're contracting the muscle for the longest period of time. Because if you think of contract the muscle to get the weight up, and you just let it just drop dead weight, you've just missed out on that lower part of the goodness that you should be gaining it. So tempo would be okay. I don't usually go for tempo because I've been doing this for a while, so subconsciously I already know what tempo I should go at. But I'll give you a guide as to tempo, what that should kind of correlate into in this particular sense, bicep curls. So let's say a count of two coming up. You pause at the top for maybe one count of one second count, and you drop down for another 2 second count. That is a guide, just a guide. But the reason why I thought the tempo was a particularly important subject to discuss was, you know, with still on the same subject of tempo. You see a lot of guys stack up the EZ bell curl, and they're swinging it up and they swing it up fast and it drops fast and you swing it up fast, and at the end of it I think maybe 60% of that benefit is going to your biceps, and the rest of it is just boozing out into shitty muscles that you really shouldn't be working on that particular movement. So no, this is not to do with tempo, but stay tight, you know control that weight all through, bring it up, control. It's almost I used to say to one of my gym heads, is that you want to control that shit. I mean, you look at that bar and whatever it is, you control that shit. Never let that bar run away from your hands. Never let that bar run away and just drop and just you have no control. And because that's when either you may get you may snap some shit up, or you just don't get the muscular activation you need. You don't get the growth. You don't get the the you know the ripped look. You don't get lean. You don't get any benefits in the long run. So tempo is a very very crucial part of any movement. And I'll give you another exercise that you can kind of think. You can kind of I can kind of talk on tempo. Squats. I don't really like squats, but I've had to grow to learn them and grow to appreciate them because 6'4", skinny. Um, the way I'm built, my legs are a lot more longer than my upper body, and so I'm just long and lanky by nature. But believe it or not, my legs are, I think they're reasonably strong and powerful, and a decent amount of muscular endurance. So, tempo with squats. I see a lot of people, stack up weights, don't stay tight. It's just started raining. Great. Some of that cool air through the window. Yeah, I see a lot of people, execute squats. I even saw one today at the gym. Hope he's not probably gonna stumble on one of these exercise and one of these videos and think, yeah, shit, you talking about me, bro? I'll bloody tell you. Anyways, yeah, stack up the weights and just put it on the shoulder and just sink down. You bounce at the bottom. You grind coming up again, and that is the worst way to execute a squat. Now, the way I execute a squat is put the bar on your maybe just underneath your neck and just your traps. If you were developed like myself, I can actually feel it where it's a perfect place to place that bar, and it's just below your traps. Your traps are actually divided into three trapezius muscles, but I'm talking about your upper traps, which run from your neck. You see that over there, and you're just putting it underneath where that divides. And if you have to put it slightly higher, depending on how you're built muscularly, and you just straight back. But anyways, I'm not going to go too much into form, but I'm still talking about tempo. You stay tight, stand up straight, take a breath in, hold your core in, and then squeeze down. The way I do it, because I've been doing this for a while, I take a breath in as I'm going down, and it's kind of like a 2-3 second count. But by the time I get to the bottom, I pause and then come back up. But the way I do my squats these days, I shoot them up in most cases as fast as possible, because I want to keep light and fit. I don't want to get bear down by heavy weights that make you feel stiff and inflexible and just unsportsmanlike in a sense. So I call them kind of plyometric squats. So you can, in a sense, break it down. 2 seconds going down, slight pause at the bottom, or you can, no pause at the bottom whatsoever, and you just shoot straight back up. Always staying tight. So you're breathing in as you're going down. By the time you're halfway down the bottom part of the face, your core is engaged and pulled in, and you have that sheet of abs and core to give you that stability and tightness that you need around your midriff. So you're not loose, you're tight. You gotta think about your abs, your core area is they're right in between your body. So think about it. If something in the middle of a long chain of links, in a sense I mean links like you got your tendons, your muscles, your skeletons, your veins, your capillaries, all that stuff. You're only as strong as your weakest link. Remember that. So in this sense, your core has to be strong, and if it isn't, then your body will have to find strength elsewhere, and in most cases that is never a good result. So breathe in. By the time you get down to the bottom, you're fully breath in, so to speak, and then you push up. And you're always pushing up through your heels, and you breathe out as you come up. So anyway, that's enough about tempo. I might make another video. Hope you enjoy that. Cheers.